What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash that like button, and share this video with your people, because today, we are going straight to the heart of the storm. South Africa is once again shaken, this time by the sharp and unapologetic words of none other than Chief Justice Raymond Zondo. Yes, the very man who chaired the legendary Commission of Inquiry into State Capture has now aimed his sights directly at President Cyril Ramaphosa. And what he said has left the nation stunned. Zondo didn't whisper. He didn't hint. He came out swinging. In a rare and powerful public address, the Chief Justice pulled no punches as he laid bare his frustrations with how President Ramaphosa has handled the recommendations of the State Capture Commission. After years of digging, of hearing testimony from hundreds of witnesses, of exposing the rot that plagued the Zuma era, South Africans were promised change. They were told the guilty would be brought to book, the corrupt would face consequences, and the state would be rebuilt. But years later, what does the country have to show for it? Zondo is now asking the very same question, loudly and clearly. Where is the action? Where is the accountability? How can we talk about rebuilding the country when ministers implicated in state capture are still comfortably seated in cabinet, when those who looted billions from state-owned enterprises continue to live lavishly without consequence? It's not just a slap in the face to the Commission, Zondo says, it's a betrayal of the South African people. And let's be real. When Zondo speaks, people listen. This isn't some political opportunist. This is a man who spent years immersed in testimony and evidence, carefully connecting the dots that revealed the full horror of state capture. From Eskom to Transnet, from the Gupta family to high-ranking politicians, the Commission exposed a breathtaking network of corruption that nearly brought the country to its knees. And now, Zondo is furious that the same system he worked to clean up is being protected by the very people who claim to support justice. What makes this moment explosive is that Zondo is going after Ramaphosa himself, a man who has carefully cultivated the image of being the anti-corruption president. Ramaphosa has repeatedly promised a new dawn, a clean break from the Zuma years. He has stood at podiums and sworn that no one is above the law. But Zondo's words are throwing cold water on all of that. If no one is above the law, then why are compromised ministers still walking the halls of parliament? Why are the big fish not behind bars? Zondo's frustration echoes what millions of South Africans are feeling right now. There's a growing sense that the system is rigged, that justice is only for the poor and powerless, while the rich and connected enjoy a separate kind of freedom. It's a bitter pill to swallow. And Zondo, in his position as Chief Justice, is saying what many are afraid to say out loud, that the president is failing to lead. This is more than just criticism, it's a direct challenge. Zondo is telling Ramaphosa that his legacy is on the line. That if he does not act with urgency and courage, history will remember him not as the man who saved South Africa, but as the man who looked the other way. The man who preached renewal but protected the corrupt. The man who had every opportunity to change things but chose to protect his political allies instead. It's worth noting that Zondo is not playing politics here. He's not part of any party. He doesn't have ambitions to be president or to score cheap points. This is a man deeply committed to justice, and when he raises the alarm, it's because he genuinely believes the country is at a dangerous crossroads. His words should serve as a wake-up call, not just to the president, but to the entire political establishment. And let's not pretend this is just about past crimes. The effects of state capture are still with us today. Eskom is in crisis. Transnet is struggling. Public confidence in institutions is at an all-time low. Billions have been lost, and the economy continues to bleed. People are unemployed, hungry, angry, and tired of the lies. Zondo is saying what needs to be said, that there can be no healing without justice. No progress without accountability. The ball is now in Ramaphosa's court. He can no longer hide behind commissions and reports. The evidence is there. The recommendations are clear. It's time to make the hard choices. To remove the corrupt from government. To empower the NPA to prosecute without fear or favor. To show the nation that leadership means action, not just speeches. Because right now, words are not enough. Zondo's voice carries weight because it's grounded in truth. And in a time when truth is often sacrificed for political convenience, that kind of courage is rare. His attack on Ramaphosa is not personal, it's a demand for integrity. A call to remember that leadership is not about loyalty to party, but loyalty to the people. So where do we go from here? That depends on Ramaphosa. He can rise to the occasion, or he can shrink from it. But one thing is certain, Zondo has thrown down the gauntlet. The public is watching. The world is watching. And history is waiting to write its verdict. Thanks for watching, fam. This one is heavy, but it's important. If you believe in accountability and real change, drop a comment below. Do you think Ramaphosa is failing to act? Should ministers implicated in corruption still be in office? Let's get the conversation going. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more hard-hitting breakdowns. We bring the truth, raw and unfiltered. Catch you in the next one.